India's pollution crisis is a pressing issue with dire consequences for public health. The air quality in many Indian cities, particularly Delhi, frequently reaches hazardous levels. The Air Quality Index, or AQI, often exceeds 300 in Delhi, a level considered hazardous to human health. To put this into perspective, an AQI above 300 can have serious respiratory and cardiovascular effects, even on healthy individuals. This severe pollution has a direct and devastating impact on the health of millions of Indians. Studies have shown that air pollution contributes to a significant reduction in life expectancy in India, with some estimates suggesting a loss of up to 12 years. Respiratory illnesses, including asthma, bronchitis and lung cancer, are on the rise, particularly in heavily polluted areas. Hospitals in Delhi report a surge in patients, particularly children and the elderly, experiencing respiratory distress during periods of high pollution. Deepak Rajak, a 64-year-old Delhi resident suffering from asthma, shares his struggle. It's getting harder to breathe every year. The air is heavy and I feel constantly breathless. The situation is a public health emergency, demanding immediate and sustained action to address the root causes of pollution and protect the health of India's citizens. The government, industry and individuals must work together to combat this growing crisis and secure a healthier future for all. India's pollution crisis is a complex issue, with a multitude of contributing factors. Identifying these sources is crucial for developing effective mitigation strategies. One major culprit is stubble burning, a common practice among farmers in neighboring states. After harvesting rice, farmers often burn the leftover straw, releasing massive amounts of smoke and particulate matter into the atmosphere. Vehicle emissions are another significant contributor to India's polluted air. The rapid growth in vehicle ownership, coupled with often lax emission standards, results in a high volume of pollutants released into the air, particularly in urban areas. Industrial emissions from factories, power plants and construction sites further exacerbate the problem. Waste management practices, or the lack thereof, also play a role. Open dumping and burning of waste are common sights in India, releasing harmful pollutants into the air and posing serious health risks. The combination of these factors, often exacerbated by meteorological conditions like low wind speeds and temperature inversions, creates a toxic cocktail of pollutants that engulfs India's cities, particularly during the winter months. Addressing this multifaceted problem requires a comprehensive approach targeting each of these sources, from promoting sustainable agricultural practices to implementing stricter emission standards for vehicles and industries. A multi-pronged strategy is essential to curb pollution and protect public health. Facing mounting public health concerns and international pressure, the Indian government has taken steps to address the pollution crisis, albeit with mixed results. Short-term measures are often implemented during periods of particularly severe pollution, such as the emergency measures enacted in Delhi, when air quality reaches hazardous levels. These measures typically include school closures, construction bans and restrictions on vehicle use, aimed at minimizing human activity and reducing emissions. In the realm of long-term strategies, the National Clean Air Programme, or NCAP, launched in 2019, is a significant initiative. The program aims to reduce particulate matter pollution by 20 to 30% by 2024, focusing on 122 of the most polluted cities in India. NCAP promotes a collaborative approach involving various government agencies and stakeholders to implement city-specific action plans. However, the effectiveness of these measures has been a subject of debate. Critics argue that emergency measures, while necessary, are disruptive and fail to address the root causes of pollution. There are also concerns about the implementation and enforcement of NCAP, with some experts questioning its ability to achieve its ambitious targets. The government has also explored technological solutions such as deploying smog towers and using drones to monitor pollution levels. While these technologies hold promise, their effectiveness in the long run remains to be seen. A more comprehensive and sustained approach addressing all sources of pollution and ensuring strict enforcement of regulations is crucial for achieving significant and lasting improvements in India's air quality. India's pursuit of economic growth and its commitment to lifting millions out of poverty often intersect with its environmental goals, creating a complex dilemma. While economic development is undoubtedly crucial, it cannot come at the cost of environmental degradation and public health. Balancing these competing priorities is a significant challenge for India. Despite the challenges, there is a growing recognition of the economic implications of pollution. The health costs associated with pollution, including healthcare expenses and lost productivity, are substantial and continue to rise. This realization is driving a growing market for air pollution control systems in India. The market is projected to expand significantly in the coming years, driven by factors such as stricter environmental regulations, increasing urbanization, and a growing awareness of the health impacts of pollution. This presents both challenges and opportunities. While high implementation costs and technological limitations pose barriers, the expanding market also encourages innovation and investment in cleaner technologies. The path to cleaner air in India requires a multi-pronged approach, encompassing technological advancements, policy reforms, and a shift in public mindset. The government must prioritize sustainable development, promote cleaner technologies, and ensure strict enforcement of environmental regulations. Industry leaders must embrace sustainable practices and invest in pollution control measures. And most importantly, citizens must demand cleaner air and actively participate in efforts to combat pollution. The fight for clean air in India is a collective responsibility, and its success hinges on the combined efforts of all stakeholders.